We're making a cloak today. Here we go. For this project, you will need 2 yards of your choice of fabric. I'm using a nice cotton yellow and a questionable blue. I'm just going to even out the fabric, cut it up, make sure it's straight, and then we're going to cinch the top of it. Jump ahead, you got finished seams on both sides, and now I'm working on the top and bottom, doing the exact same thing, just turning and felling, and then a bunch of hand stitches to keep it in place. For those interested in how I'm sewing, I am simply using a needle on thread, going up, over to start. Right before it gets the tail, you would double back some and continue forward. Time skip. So we're here. This technique is called smocking. I would recommend looking up a video on YouTube how to do it, because mine is still pretty bad, but it's okay looking right now. I just did that, and now we're gonna figure out harness. Right here I have the remnants that I cut off from the cloak from it being too long, so we're really just gonna hem this up, turn it inside out, and use it for the collar. I sewed this onto the cloak. Now it's going to get turned over and sew it again to have this nice, clean, piping look. And has been sewn all the way across. Da 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 da. And now we can focus on these ends because they are still a little uneven. Okay, moment of truth. This is what it looks like. And the shoulder seams are doing a wonderful job. I love how that's laying. And the best part of all, I love the little neck embroidery that's going on. It looks lovely, just what I'm looking for. And from here, you can either go with a little tie, you can go with a brooch. I'm going to put a harness on the back of this thing. It's gonna go right here, so this can just flow in the wind, because it's a summer cloak, and I want it to look pretty, and it's mostly going to be for show. Okay. For the harness, once you have all these pieces sewn together like this, you're just going to take a loop, sew it together, take another loop, sew it together, take those both loops, sew them together, and then you pretty much got a harness. I'm adding this one little back support because I have a harness right now, and this is what it needs, either this or lower. But I know that, so I'm adding it. More coming later. So I've got the 2 holes right here all done. You can see them through. I used an awl to get them punched and then sewed up. And then now I'm working on the other ones. Now for the closure, a simple hook and hook is gonna work. We're gonna have an inside hook and an outside hook. And that's what we're gonna do, because that's what works usually. This is what it looks like. Very regal, in my opinion. Very regal, indeed. I desperately want to cover this thing in embroidery, and I will do that. So yes. And here are the chosen ones. We got 3 right here for closure in the front, and then 2 for any additional add-ons like collars or hoods in the back. I found that the harness wasn't sturdy enough, so I'm using some polyester webbing to reinforce the inside of it while keeping it looking stylish.